Have you ever stopped to think about how significant ink is in our daily lives? It's an everyday marvel that we often overlook. Ink, a seemingly simple substance, has been instrumental in shaping human civilization. Ink has been the silent partner in recording history, capturing the rise and fall of empires, the birth of philosophies, and the progress of science. It's the unsung hero in the world of literature, allowing authors to share their thoughts, emotions, and imaginations with readers around the globe. In the realm of art, ink has been a versatile medium, helping artists express their creativity, from intricate calligraphy to evocative ink wash paintings. And let's not forget the pivotal role ink plays in business, enabling contracts, reports, and memos to be written and read. In essence, ink is an essential tool in human communication, bridging minds across time and space. Without ink, our world as we know it would be vastly different. But where did it all begin? The history of ink dates back to ancient times. Picture it, the cradle of civilization, where the first recorded use of ink traces back to China and Egypt. In China, around the 23rd century BCE, they began using a concoction of soot, gum and water to create a rudimentary ink. This mixture was then applied with brushes onto bone and bamboo, marking the beginning of written communication. Meanwhile, in Egypt, around 2500 BCE, ink was used to create intricate hieroglyphics on papyrus scrolls. Their ink, made from soot or carbon black mixed with water, was a rudimentary yet effective tool for their scribes. The invention of India ink brought a drastic change. Originating in China around the 4th century BCE, this ink was made using a mixture of soot, water, and gelatin or animal glue. This formulation created a rich, dark, and permanent ink that is still used in various forms today. These early inks paved the way for the variety of inks we use today. As civilizations developed, so did the composition and use of ink. We see this prominently during the Middle Ages, where ink became instrumental in the creation of illuminated manuscripts. Monks in their scriptoriums meticulously mixed soot, gum, and water to form a carbon ink, their hands crafting stories and knowledge on parchment. Then, with the 15th century invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg, ink took on a new significance. Gutenberg used an oil-based ink, more durable and better suited to the demands of his revolutionary machine. As we moved into the era of the Industrial Revolution, a new type of ink came into play. Iron gall ink, made from tannin extracted from oak galls, iron salts, and a binder like gum arabic, was the preferred choice due to its long-lasting and waterproof properties. As we moved into the modern age, the demand for ink evolved and grew. It was no longer just about recording history, but also about expressing individuality and creativity. Today, ink is more diverse and complex than ever. Let's delve into the intricacies of modern ink, shall we? Fountain pen ink, for instance, is a water-based concoction designed to flow smoothly through the nib of a pen without clogging. On the other hand, ballpoint pen ink is oil-based, thick and quick-drying, which prevents it from leaking out of the pen. Printer ink, a marvel of modern technology, comes in two main varieties. Liquid ink, used for inkjet printers, is made of dye or pigment suspended in water. Toner, used in laser printers, is a fine powder that gets fused onto the paper by heat. And then there are the specialty inks, like those used in security printing or for artistic purposes. These can contain unique ingredients such as fluorescent dyes or metallic particles designed for a specific application. Ink isn't just a simple liquid, it's a carefully crafted tool. But how does ink work exactly? We might take it for granted, but the science behind ink is quite fascinating. It's all about absorption and drying. When you write on a piece of paper, the ink is either absorbed into the material's pores or it dries on the surface. The process of ink absorption is much like a sponge soaking up water. The porous material like paper pulls the liquid ink into its tiny microscopic cavities. Now, what's ink made of? It's a concoction of different components, each with a specific role. Pigments give ink its color, whether it's jet black or vibrant magenta. Resins help the ink stick to the surface, preventing it from easily smearing or rubbing off. And solvents? They keep the ink in liquid form until it's time to dry, ensuring a smooth flow as you pen down your thoughts. Ink, a seemingly simple substance, has a complex and fascinating history that continues to shape our world.